job. Now listen to me about how to best do the job that I failed at. I played Trump in Hillary Clinton's 2016 debate prep. Here's what it takes to beat him. And they just keep failing over and over again. Give us a shot. I'm done. I'm done with this shit. Give us a fucking shot, dude. Give the people a shot. Give the people a chance. You have lost time and time and time and time and time again. Okay? Understandably very frustrated by the situation that unfolded. It's the second time around. It's a rerun. So I feel like there's significantly less people. Like, people just kept coming in to my broadcast the night of the election to be like, oh, you're crying. And I was like, I'm not. I expected this. And not only did I expect this, but also, like, shit is fucked up regardless. And I feel like they didn't really get what they wanted out of me. And I don't know if they got what they wanted out of others either.
If the Democratic Party continues to cater to those type of people, they're going to keep losing. I mean, just the reaction shows you these are the same people that want the wokeness, that wanted the border to be open, that wants the trans ideology stuff to be in the classroom with children. You have to reject this side of your party if you want to start.
I can't begin to explain to you how fucking nefarious and damaging this is that both Fox News and MSNBC and CNN are in unison portraying the Democratic Party's like campaign mistakes as like something that they didn't even do in an effort to basically normalize more bigoted sentiment being expressed. We are in a very bad place. In a very, very, very bad place, dude.
This was, I mean, Philippe,
tough medicine this morning from Philippe Rines. Wow, a rich corporate consultant lobbyist who is now part of two failed presidential campaigns blames nebulous political correctness rather than pointing the finger at himself and all his rich friends' failures to achieve the task they were paid handsomely to do. It's funny how every time some rich consultant scapegoats college kids, trans people, or some other vague woke boogeyman, it's presented as some edgy truth-telling and tough medicine. It's the most popular scapegoat after every election. It's not brave to deflect blame from yourself. Philippe Rines perfectly sums up corporate consultancy world. I failed at doing my one job. Now listen to me about how to best do the job that I failed at. I played Trump in Hillary Clinton's 2016 debate prep. Here's what it takes to beat him. And they just keep failing over and over again. Give us a shot. I'm done. I'm done with this shit. Give us a fucking shot, dude. Give the people a shot. Give the people a chance. You have lost time and time and time and time and time again. Okay? It's time to try something different. I'm sick and tired of the same old fucking nonsense. I want a Democratic Party that actually fights fascism, okay? I don't want a Democratic Party that is basically trying to capture the essence of the fascist movement and like trying to do their own more moderate version of it, okay? I don't want moderated, managed fascism. I want anti-fascism, okay? What the fuck is this nonsense, dude? It's done. It's done. Give it up. You keep fucking running this shit to the ground every single fucking time, and then you complain about the same old shit. It's done. It's over. Give it up. Liberalism is dying, okay? You are woefully incompetent, deliberately incompetent. And the very fact that corporate media props up these fucking assholes is so goddamn annoying, okay? Put me in there, coach. I'll go on CNN. Casey Hunt, put me up there. I'll talk to them. I'll talk to them. It'll make for great content. I promise you. You'll have fucking ratings like you've never seen before, okay? Straight up. Someone's got to do it. What the fuck is happening? Absolutely. What is going on right now? What is happening? Why is no one saying the truth? We just went from Fox News, right, being like, oh, you got to stop this woke nonsense, to CNN saying, we got to stop this woke nonsense.
This was, I mean, Philippe, I understand what you've been saying all morning. You know, don't overread. But this was sweeping in, you know, the popular vote.
No, I'm not.
You lost. You're a fucking big old loser, okay? You're a giant, phony, baloney, big, fat fucking loser, all right? You're done. You're cut. You're done. What is this? This is why Americans love meritocracy in sports, okay? Because guess what, dude? Bronny James, a.k.a. Le Seaman, a.k.a. Le Nut. If he can't cut it in the NBA and the big leagues, you're sending his ass down to the G Leagues, okay? That's it. That's it. There's no, okay, he gets more playtime. Like, it doesn't work that way. It don't work that way. Even though Le Goat deserves to have his Le Son, Le Sperm, play alongside him if he wants to do so, ultimately, you know, he's got to develop in the G Leagues. He might not be able to, but it doesn't matter. If you can't put up numbers, you got to go. Bro grew his own teammate. Yeah, it's fucking sick. What is bro talking about? You know what I'm talking about. The fuck is this shit? Why do we keep rewarding these fucking assholes, dude?
I'm not saying don't overread. I'm saying try to narrow the factors and in some, orderly way unpack what happened. So let's just say.
First of all, I will never quit meat riding, okay? Because LeBron has decadent meat that deserves to be ridden. I've said this over and over again. I don't care, okay? You can say Hasan, pause. You can say holy moly. You can say glaze. You can spam writing all day, every day, okay? It's true. He is the GOAT. He is my GOAT. He is the best. It's not even writing. It's just being realistic about the greatest athlete, generational talent that blessed basketball, blessed our eyeballs, okay? He invented basketball. They should change it to Le Basketball. Okay, stop. Let's continue.
I'm wrong about what I said earlier, that inflation could have been hunky-dory and we would have lost about these things. Either way, here's the problem. I'm not concerned right now what the right thinks about the Democratic Party. I'm concerned about what I think about the Democratic Party.
You're talking a big game about the next Democratic president, by the way, so everybody fucking calm down. I'm just letting you know. That is the next damn president you're talking about, Ohio's very own. When I say this, I fucking mean it. I don't care about like, oh, celebrities, like they should run for office. No, LeBron James is so good that he could be the LeBron James of winning the presidency. Okay, he could be Le President. He needs to get a restraining order. No, literally spinning on it. And you said the Dem establishment are detached from reality. This is the most real I've been. This is the closest I've been to reality, okay? What the fuck do you mean?
I don't like to echo them. I don't like the fact that a small portion of our party is pretty much dictating where we are.
I do love that liberals get to just fucking be like openly transphobic and racist, but then they can like couch it in, this is how you win elections, you know? Kamala Harris didn't say enough slurs. Sick, man. Good idea. Maybe that's why you're a fucking generational loser.
That they are pretty much, we are being branded as the most extreme of us. Oh. It is not only politically problematic, as we just saw, because none of this stuff helped the other day. Without a doubt, it's a problem. But we need to take stock of why we are being held hostage to the far left. No one should be and wants to be kowtowing to the extremes of their own parties. That just shouldn't, to the extent that majority should rule, the majority of Democrats don't agree with the things that we are being tagged with. Now, how that works.
Take through a couple of those things.
I think Democrats believe in common sense stuff more than you'd realize. I mean, it's not like any of us sit at home and don't talk to anyone. Most Democrats I know think there's a huge problem at the border. Most Democrats I know think, frankly, that males at birth shouldn't play in women's sports and vice versa. Now, you can have a healthy conversation within a party, and you have to have a room within a party for all this. But at the end of the day, if you have some of these issues that are 80-20 across the country, you really got to figure out why they're being so tagged with one. And on one hand, it's easy because it's politically sexy. There's a reason why $40 million in ads on this topic were thrown at the vice president. But how we go forward from here, first, it comes from us. Yes, we have to listen to everybody, but people, again, the Republicans don't get to tell us, because they won, like you said, for the first time in 20 years, and only the second time in 36 years, the popular vote, what everybody wants. This is still a 50-50 country. For us to go forward and be representative of the Democratic Party, all whatever tens of millions, 500,000, half the country, whatever you want to, however you want to describe it, we have to reorient it towards. And the congressman made the point that he's up until today.
Yeah, it was crazy when trans people were like, I mean, some, not all, but like there were some trans people where they were like, we're voting for the Democratic Party out of like pure protection. And remember the conversation I had with some of the trans chatters that were saying that? And I was like, listen, if the Democratic Party was dropping the ball on trans people, I'd be right there with you, defending you in the same way that I would defend undocumented migrants, in the same way that I am uncompromising in my values for Palestinian people. I'm there. Remember who you thought were your allies in that regard. Okay? Yeah. Remember how much they yelled at Chapel Roan? You literally said this anti-discourse would happen post-election 3 weeks ago? Yes, I did.
They afraid to say it. And God knows what'll happen on my Twitter when I get home. But it starts with that kind of thing.
Yeah, that afraid to say it.
Yeah.
Do you think that really fundamentally tells the story of why Democrats were broadly rejected here? I mean, insert whatever issue into that rubric, afraid to say things about the border, about trans rights, about some of these other cultural things?
Well, I mean, the border is not fair, because the border is a wicked problem with legitimate differences of opinion, and frankly, no one's had a particularly good answer to it, and I don't think Donald Trump in his second try is going to have a good one. On the other cultural stuff, and I don't even know how to refer to it without saying.
Who is this heinous person? That's a failure. That's a failure right there. Hillary Clinton advisor, corporate lobbyist, who I believe also advised the Kamala Harris campaign as well. If I'm not
Again,
mistaken.
I'm afraid to say something wrong, but the woke stuff, the PC police stuff, you'll see Republicans who say they're afraid to say X. I'm afraid to say X.
What are Republicans afraid to say, dog? Have you met a Republican? Like, they are not afraid to say anything, okay? Unless you mean slurs. So what slurs do you want to say? Just say it. Come on, big dog. Say it with your chest. Let it out. Let it rip, dude. We're in a post-Trump world. Come on. What slurs is swirling around in your fucking cranium, huh? What are you trying to say?
X. These congressmen are afraid to say X. Why? Why are you afraid to say X? It should be afraid if it's something stupid and hateful and makes someone feel that they don't belong. But saying I don't agree with you, or saying that's not representative of the bulk of us, it's like Medicare for all is not something that the bulk of the Democratic Party believes in. But yet we spend tons of time on it. Now, on immigration, there are people who do believe, and I think I buy into it, that part of the problem we've had as Democrats is that we have gotten pulled to the left so far that we can't make common sense decisions. And look, I worked for Hillary, and she had to contend with Bernie. Bernie, went after Biden. I shouldn't say went after. He entered the primary. There's no evidence that the Bernie Sanders wing of the Democratic Party has met with any success or represents this party. Yet, we're going to go ahead and we're going to continue every time someone on the hard left says, "Oh, you can't do that." We're all going to paralyze. I mean, I don't know what the answer.
I don't know what to say that I haven't said for the past couple of days now, that I haven't said for the past couple of years now, that I haven't said, especially so in the past couple of months in Kamala's truncated campaign. These people need to go, okay? They need to be exiled to a faraway land. Put them on a island, okay? I'm done. You should never, if you were this big of a fucking loser in any professional capacity, in any other field, you would be arrested, okay? You would be jailed permanently. You can't be this bad, this consistently in any other field except for being a cop, okay? That's it. The only group, or being a CEO. CEOs, cops, and political consultants, okay? Consistently paid to just not do their fucking jobs and do a piss poor attempt at it, and then constantly me. It's not me. I'm not the reason why we fucking lost again. It's actually Bernie Sanders. It's actually the wokes. It's actually transgender people. I hate these fucking monsters, dude.
answer is, but the answer is for people to start saying what they say on, WhatsApp and Twitter and whatever it is, that this is enough already. People can't. The PC police doesn't just apply to Republicans. It applies to, I don't know what I'd call myself. I just call myself a Democrat. I'm not a progressive. I'm not a lefty. I think I'm to the right of some Republicans on some topics. But
dude, why are you? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. Like openly stating this is like jail. What did mom want? Uh-huh. I'll order it. Short rib? Okay. My mom wants me to order food for her. Okay. Every anti-left lib argument can be immediately countered by showing them Kamala completely failing to win areas where progressive candidates dominate. Okay, do you want that then? I didn't order him any. Oh
but, this general thing, especially parents, with kids in school, they're really bothered by this, and I get it. I get it.
All right, Philippe Reines, we'll be watching your Twitter all day.
Imagine going so neocon, Bill Kristol tells you to chill out and talk about progressive populist messaging instead. Lamau, I miss it. They had Bill Kristol telling her to pivot to left populism, and they kept handing Liz Cheney the mic. Interestingly, Bill Kristol, a top never-Trump Republican, publicly urged Harris in the final populist economic message against Trump and his army of billionaire supporters. In late October, he wrote on X, feels like maybe Kamala Harris should embrace Elizabeth Warren's ultra-millionaire tax and barnstorm on that policy for the next 10 days. I like that the imagination is still limited in this regard. It's shocking to hear that from neocon Bill Kristol himself, but it is funny that he still capped his imagination at Elizabeth Warren, which is like technocratic, nerdy social democracy, which is, again, not a fucking populist sentiment. You're so close, yet kind of far. There is no need to complicate this, okay? Just say you are going to address the pain. That's it. Are people having a hard time with how much housing costs with rent? You're going to say you're going to lower the rent. You're going to fix the housing market by flooding the housing market with additional homes, additional units. You're not going to say no fucking public-private partnership. You're not going to do any of that nonsense. You're going to say you are going to flood the market with so many homes, it's going to put the Chinese ghost cities to shame. Okay? Okay, the second part, I'm joking. They're not. You should never say that. Never compare yourself to China. Unless you're going to talk about how you're going to outcompete China. Dumb question. Can those strategies be wrecked if someone throws the word socialist at it? No, not a dumb question. Understandable fear. It didn't. It demonstrably did not. You want to know why it didn't? You want to know why I'm so confident it didn't? Because Kamala Harris said she was going to tackle price gougers, which is price caps. Okay? And guess what? They said it was Vuvuzela. They said it was Venezuela. And it only got more popular because people don't give a fuck. As long as you're addressing their issues, people don't give a fuck what you call it, dude. There are a lot of dumb Americans out there who's going to be like, what? Socialism, I don't want it. I don't want it. But right now, people are fucking suffering, okay? People are suffering. There's too much economic volatility. There's too much instability. There's too much hurt. You could say whatever the fuck you want. You could be like, I'm jailing the Walton family. And if people assume or if people believe that jailing the fucking Walton family, like putting them in chains is going to lower the price of eggs by 50 cents, they're going to be on board with it. They don't give a fuck. There are people out there who think deporting 20 million migrants is going to, fix the housing market or the economy, okay? They don't care. They just want it. They're like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not thinking. I'm seeing red, okay? Now, that red could be the blood of immigrants, or that red could be communism.
Blue states like New York and progressive hubs like Queens, the shift to the right among Latinos is noticeable.
About 2 years ago is when I really noticed the shift of a lot of migrants overpopulating, especially in the area where I work.
Stephanie Tim, mother and real estate agent from Queens, previously backed Biden, but is now siding with Trump.
Where do you think Democrats or the Harris campaign missed the mark?
Democrats for a long time represented the middle class, which is where a lot of us are. They made too much money to get benefits that were available for even migrants, right? and they made too little money to take advantage of the tax breaks. So I really did feel that that's where they did fail us.
As a woman, do you feel troubled with that choice?
Wait, what?
Too little money to take advantage of the tax breaks. So I really did feel that that's where they did fail us.
As a woman, do you feel troubled with that choice?
I did. I know everyone was like, you know, how can you do this? You're a woman, you just gave away your rights. But I don't think that's exactly the message he was saying either.
Let me ask you both, who did you vote for in 2020?
Joe Biden.
I vote for Joe Biden.
And in 2024?
Donald Trump.
I changed to
Ay, 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 por Dios. Yo voy a votar por Donald Trump.
Donald Trump that year.
Why did you choose Trump this time?
For me, security, immigration, this situation with immigration is out of control.
Alejandro Vanderhoek and Uber Figueroa are both registered Democrats, but say a turning point was when Republican governors like Greg Abbott of Texas started busing migrants up north to cities like New York.
These gangs that come from the border. I came from Jackson Heights. Back in 2017 and 2016, even 2018, it was really quiet neighborhood. Not so much after 2020.
For me, it's number one, economy.
What would you like to have heard that perhaps would have swayed you back into the party?
Oh, they were not consistent. I think they were just selling. Yes, I know Trump is not an easy person to adore, but I think he's very just blunt.
You hope he keeps his word.
He had 4 years to show he can do whatever he say, improve the country.
You know how Trump says, like, we're going to revoke the broadcasting license of television networks that have been mean to him? If given the opportunity, I would do that to Univision like yesterday, okay? Many of us do not speak Spanish, so we do not know what is going on over there, okay? But let me tell you, it's not good. It is not good, okay? From this point out, tell us, sir, only, okay? No more Univision. You will be a regime defender. That's it. You're going to be out here talking about how Maduro is actually the GOAT and fucking Guam belongs to Venezuela. No more Univision is done. Okay? Not Guam. I said Guam. Fuck it. Guam too. Instead of Guyana, I said Guam. Fuck it. Guam also belongs to Venezuela. New imperial superpower, Venezuela. Grew up with Telemundo and Univision as a Spanish speaker. Why do you feel it's bad? I feel like Univision has gotten fucking increasingly more right-wing as years have gone by. Like, and it happened in like a relatively short period of time. A lot of the Spanish language television has like gotten insanely right-wing.
Country.
I also heard a lot about conservative values, and when I asked voters about Trump's character and criminal conviction, they said that they differentiate between the man and the way they hope he will govern. Now, Nora?
Lilia Luciano, thank you very much for your reporting.
I know you're not enjoying that protein donut. I am. What happened with the audio? Did the audio get fucked up? That shit dry as hell, huh? It is. They should talk AMLO a lot. Bro, look at the tweet I tagged you in 30 minutes ago. Brother, are you okay? Like, you think I'm gonna be able to see the fucking tweet you tagged me in 30 fucking minutes ago? Do you know how many fucking notifications I get every second on Twitter?
Most of this stuff on this side is Mexico. And then everything on that side is the United States. Okay, and both Nogales.
In a town that sits between two nations,
Dog, if you want to fucking send me a link, you gotta fucking subscribe, okay? Which will allow you to also not only send me links, but watch the VODs, which are now logged behind subscription, okay? That's it. And you can do that for free with the Twitch Prime. Twitch Primes are free. That's an L move? No, it's a W move. I had to do it. My haters were going crazy. Now they have to pay me. Making my haters my waiters in the table of success. You don't think locking your VODs is a mistake? Lots of people won't get your message. Yeah, if only it was like readily accessible on fucking YouTube for free. Uncle Grampy, thank you for the 50 get the subs.
Montiel knows exactly
Locking VODs here helps the clipping and VOD
where he stands on immigration.
These are people who are illegal. They don't belong in the United States. They need to come in. We welcome them, but it has to be legal.
for 8 decades on the border and has grown increasingly.
He's like, wait a minute, hold on now. You're looking real Mexican, which, by the way, I myself, part of the CBP, also am Mexican. 52% of Customs and Border Patrol are Hispanic. Never forget.
Good day, sir.
How effective do you think the border control are?
Right now, no good.
That skepticism is why he voted for Donald Trump.
I want to see laws passed that says no one can come into the United States if you're not documented.
At their home, his wife Lupita shares those feelings.
What do you think about how Joe Biden has dealt with immigration?
He was horrible. He just let everybody come.
See that?
He just let everybody come from everybody, every place, without vetting them.
Beneath the political posturing is the concrete reality here on the Mexican.
I, for one, love that everybody assimilates when they come to America. Okay? It's great. America, the land of the free, home of the brave. You come here, you will, in a matter of years, become the most racist, white supremacist asshole you've ever seen. I mean, for some, like that one famous Turkish guy that was on Fox News, you can cross the border and instantly get fucking warped. Like instantly lasered in the brain. All of a sudden you're like, yeah, what the fuck? There could be rapists crossing the border. What are you guys doing? Why is this so easy to cross? I mean, not me, but like there could be others. That is straight up, I think, the world record. I guess the only way you could beat that world record is if you were, before you crossed the border, you were saying like, man, this wall, they really got to stop guys like me from walking over this wall, and then you walk over it. You know what I mean?
Border. Last year, record numbers of people entered the United States illegally.
When are you going to comment on tokenism as opposed to meaningful racial representation with an ICE? Wait, tokenism? Brother, Customs and Border Patrol is in border towns. Border towns have a lot of Hispanic people living in them, and they fucking work for Customs and Border Patrol. That's it. No, you didn't tell me what you want. Here, Mom, here, take this. Hiya! Place. Oh, order whatever you want, Mom.
Donald Trump's plan to deal with the issue presents economic, logistical, and legal challenges.
Those promises of mass deportations, no matter what the price tag, are dividing opinion.
The country was built on immigration, that it's been such an integral part to its culture and to its economic success. And I think it's sad that it's turned into such
you give it to me after getting what you want,
negative.
I vote for Donald Trump, yeah.
Why did you vote for Donald Trump?
Because the last time when he was president, he was pretty good.
Then it's me, and then it's my baby.
But for others, like young mom Karina, it's more than a debate. Her husband has applied for citizenship, but she fears stricter rules could impact her family.
I guess I'm just worried about all the families because it's already happened before that they get separated, and it's just scary to think it's going to happen again.
In the wake of an election, America is moving into a new era. But on immigration, the dividing lines will be set in the same places. Shingimaruke, Sky News, Nogales in Arizona.
A sharp swing among Latino voters toward Mr. Trump was critical to the now president-elect's win. And the number one issue driving that shift, the economy, according to exit polls. NBC's David Noriega spoke with a family in Battleground, Nevada about why Latino voters shifted so significantly toward Mr. Trump and why his victory is giving them hope for a better future.
No, not right now. Mario and Mireya Alvarez found the American dream in Las Vegas.
Would you like some coffee?
They came to the U.S. from Mexico and Guatemala in the 80s, with his job in a supermarket and her job in a casino.
I didn't know that motherfucker Greg Abbott was an evil electoral genius. Dude, he's not. He's just evil. He's not a fucking genius. It's not like genius to just be like, I'm going to directly violate the law. The problem is the dumbass that was the head honcho, Joe Biden, didn't correctly apply the fucking law. Okay? That's the issue. I said so many times. I said so many fucking times. I was like, listen, this is an opportunity for the Biden administration to prosecute Greg Abbott and Ron DeSantis for human trafficking. Okay? And then offer a shit ton of funds to the areas that Greg Abbott was sending people to so you can handle the processing and handle the housing of all the people that went there. to basically demonstrate that it is not a problem. Like, immigration is not an issue. But, of course, they never did that. And instead, you know, here we are. They push for a right-wing fucking border bill instead because they're stupid.
They bought a house and raised 3 children. Now they wonder if their kids and grandkids will inherit that dream. Is it still possible to do that for the younger generation?
That's my main concern right now. What's going to happen to our new generation? Nowadays, they're not even able to move out of their houses anymore because everything is so expensive.
Life wasn't now.
First PlayStation.
We first met Mario back in February when he was seriously considering a vote for Donald Trump. He was undecided with previous votes for George W. Bush, Obama, Hillary Clinton, and Biden. At the last minute, he broke for Kamala Harris. But today, he's not upset about the results.
This motherfucker voted for George W. Bush, bro.
I'm kind of like more happy than upset. Why? Because Donald Trump is going to help the country with the economy.
The whole household is happy. Mireya and their 29-year-old son, Mario Jr., did vote for Trump.
Initially, I will say I did not agree with him. And then I started seeing that he was not afraid to speak his mind. And I noticed that he was not scared to say what he felt, regardless of what people would say. And I think I respect that about him.
So you liked his kind of brashness, his personality?
Yeah, I would say yes.
They're not alone. Across the country, Donald Trump made huge inroads with Latino voters. According to NBC exit polls, 55% of Latino men nationwide voted for Trump, a 19-point jump from 2020. Among Latina women like Mireya, an 8-point gain. And while Vice President Harris won a slight majority of the Latino vote overall, Trump increased his support 14%.
I think there's something really fucking gross about this, by the way, that bears repeating. Like, before people say like slugs for salt or whatever, guys, we are getting fucking fed a media narrative that is once again shifting the overwhelming weight of responsibility away from white people. Okay? It is very fucking annoying because both Latino men and Latino women still majority voted Democrat. Okay? In spite of the fact that the Democratic Party is not really offering dick. Okay? And everyone is talking about how, like, oh, damn, these dang Latinos are fucking voting for the Republican Party. It was a massive swing, right? It was a massive swing. And it's important to examine how we got here. But ultimately, and no, it's not the majority of Latino men that fucking voted for the Republican Party, unless you're looking at like a statewide data. But here is the national data on it. Latino men, 53% vote for the Democrats. 59% of Latino women voted for the Democrats. Okay? Not that this says anything. Like, it's not like, oh, you're one of the good ones or anything like that. Bro, it's not white or any voters. The DNC responsibility in full. Kamala ran a dog shit campaign. I agree. But I'm just saying, even on the calculation side, if you're looking to place the blame on someone, okay, it still doesn't track. Wait, it's just Georgia? This is the old one? Give me the new one. Like, the Hispanic Latino population, 52% voted for. Like, look at this shit. White people make up 71% of the country, and 41% of them voted for the Democrats. And we're all like, man, how could these goddamn Latinos do this? You know what I mean? You got fucking like race wars playing out on TikTok of like black people saying that they're gonna call ICE on their neighbors, and this kind of shit. Like, it's so stupid. Like, I get the desperation, and I get the anger, and I get the resentment and frustration that people feel in their fucking hearts. But like, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy to do this, especially when, like, look at white people, dude. What the fuck? Yeah. White people, 57% still voted for the Republican Party. Like, what are we talking about? What the fuck are we talking about? Oh, Latino men voted 55% for Donald Trump nationally. And Latino women, 38% voted for Donald Trump. Which is still a major swing. But it still doesn't change the reality. Do you see what I'm saying? It says key states, not nationally. Why is there not national? Oh, it's not even overall. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, key states. My whole timeline is like, thanks, Green Party voters. Can't wait till Palestine turns to glass. Yeah, that's the other part of it. That's like really fucking stupid that people are like yelling at the Green Party when they didn't even get any. They get nothing. The Green Party got nothing, dog. Nothing. Y'all need to start blaming Russia or some ASAP. Yeah, God forbid you fucking blame. God forbid you blame the motherfucking Democratic Party, okay? God forbid. Also, when people say like, oh, I can't wait for Gaza to be fucking glass, it's like, well, you're obviously not paying attention, okay? Because it is already leveled, you dumb fuck. You stupid racist bitch. Oh, I can't wait. Okay, well, it happened. You got your wish, you know? Stop vote shaming. Stop. And I'm pretty sure these exit polls are only same-day voters anyway. So we'll make broader inferences after.
Points from the last election. The top issue among Latino voters, like it is for the Alvarez family, the economy. With
Why does Asman hate you so bad? I don't even think he hates me. I think his community hates me, and he just like fucking repeats whatever Reddit is saying. That's it. His community definitely hates me though. That's for sure. Like that's not even a question.
Immigration, a distant fourth. Mario and Mireya both crossed the border illegally as teenagers, but became citizens under President Ronald Reagan's amnesty. They see themselves as different from migrants crossing the border today.
We need to report Republican-owned businesses with illegal aliens and report them ICE en masse. Create a panic in a Texas-like state. Dude, I'm banning you permanently. Dumb fuck. Yeah, dude. Let's just fucking, yeah, dude. That'll really show everybody. Let's just start doing deportations woke style. The fuck? Yo, none of that shit, dude. I will never allow that kind of fucking sentiment to take place in this community, okay? I was about to ban him for a week and I was like, nah, fuck that. What kind of goddamn liberal fucking racism is this? This is straight up a demonstration of scratch a liberal and a fascist bleeds, by the way. Yeah, fuck you and your fucking party if that's what you think. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ, dude. That's an insane thing to say. So what, if the Republicans were woke tomorrow, all of a sudden you're just going to be a Nazi? I mean, that what you said is like akin to being a fucking Nazi.
In what way do you think they're different?
The people that are coming here are the criminals, you know? The ones that did something bad in their country, they're running away from their law.
Despite having close family members who are undocumented,
migrant invasion.
They don't believe they'll end up in Trump's crosshairs. When you hear Trump promise mass deportations, do you worry about them?
Yes and no. Because the ones that I know, they're doing good. They're not breaking any laws.
I believe he's going to start deporting all the bad people.
Trump won over the Alvarez family, and many like them.
Yeah, he will, except he thinks, you know, your family members are also bad people, considering that there is no reason beyond the fact that they're just fucking racist, because it's not like undocumented immigrants are doing anything wrong. What they consider bad is just you're fucking brown. That's it. God, these guys are so fucking stupid. Holy shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hi. Oh my God. I will vote por Donald Trump. Ay, por Dios. Yo voy a votar por Donald Trump.
Whether the economy improves and who exactly he chooses to deport may determine if he keeps them.
My family is Latino, and a lot of them.
Donald Trump on the campaign trail kept talking about how he was going to do the Eisenhower deportation principle, which is literally the Bracero program revamp, which was a deportation, forcible removal of 1.2 million Mexican and Mexican Americans, okay? Including but not limited to deporting American legal permanent residents of Mexican descent. So it doesn't actually stop at just like undocumented migrants, because the entire purpose of this this protocol is not born out of like a real desire to stop crime, because there is no crime that they're fucking committing. It is just pure racism. That's it.
Are immigrants, but at the end of the day, we're American.
And joining me now from Las Vegas is NBC's David Noriega. What an extraordinary piece, David, extraordinary interviews, really well done. So let's talk about the fact that the economy is the top motivating factor. It is something that really, quite frankly, cut across all racial, socioeconomic backgrounds.
Yeah, Kristen, and a lot of the factors here have been developing for a long time. The cost of housing, for example, is an important one to consider, particularly here in southern Nevada. But the most recent and arguably the most,
I live in El Paso, Texas, often called the epicenter of the past migrant crisis. My apartment is 12 minutes away from the border. Every time I tell someone I'm from another city where I live, They always ask me about how dangerous it is to live here. I always tell them it's actually safer than most cities in the US. Yeah, I know. El Paso is fucking sick. That's so funny. Well, it's just like, it's the same. I live in California. I live in West Hollywood. And there was a time where not a day went by where there wasn't another fucking news story about how like organized crime is happening everywhere. And that people were doing these like assassinations on rich people. They would follow them into their homes or whatever, making it seem as though LA is like this fucking disgusting crime-ridden city, riddled city, not ridden. And it wasn't the case. It was not correct, but it did not matter. You know, people just want to believe what they want to believe. You know what I mean?
Consequential factor to consider is the pandemic. Las Vegas is a service industry town, right? The way one union official described it to me is this is basically a factory town, and the factories are the hotels and the casinos you see behind me. That sector was hit particularly hard by the pandemic. So the people that I've been talking to in Nevada all year, the last 4 years haven't been good for them. Their workplaces shut down. The price of goods went up. The price of housing was already going up dramatically. The cost of childcare, everything. It was just harder and harder to make ends meet for regular working families. That is a huge driver in what we saw on Tuesday. And like you said, not just with Latinos, but with almost every demographic group.
Just fascinating. And one of the most fascinating parts of your report, David, was when the family said that, yes, they had actually come here illegally during the Reagan administration. Now, of course, they are here legally, and they see this very sharp distinction. Does that sort of match what you are hearing from other Latino members of the community there?
Yeah, Kristen, I've been hearing that all year from sort of swingy Latino voters, Trump-curious Latino voters, if you will, many of whom wound up, pulling the lever for Donald Trump. They'll define it differently, but pretty consistently when you ask, are you worried about mass deportations? What they'll say is that they don't believe it applies to them. Who they think it applies to, again, varies from person to person. The other important thing to consider here, Kristen, is that, a majority of Latinos did vote against Donald Trump. And for every family like the Alvarez family, there are others who are now deeply worried, deeply concerned about what is in store for them and their loved ones with the second Trump administration.
Please talk about the FEMA scandal. Dude, what is happening? What is going on? What the fuck? I don't know what this is, brother. I don't know what this is. Like, why are you sending me a fucking Daily Wire link, dude? What's next, dude? Are we going to do Gateway Pundit links? What happened? I ain't reading all that. That's too much. I'm so tired. I'm done. I can't believe I've been doing this for 8 hours and 30 minutes. I didn't even realize. Did you see that Qatar is expelled the Hamas officials at the U.S.'s behest? I did not see that. That's fucked up. I mean, where are they going to go? Probably Turkey. Anyway, Democrats ran a shitty campaign, and that's why they fucking lost. Democrats did not message year round of any of the fucking administration's accomplishments. Democrats did not fight hard enough. Did not expand the welfare state aggressively enough at a time when it was desperately needed. Okay? Stop blaming Latinos. Stop blaming voters in general. You're not going to win that way, ever. That's it. Yo voy a votar por Donald Trump. How are you here? What? When your country descends into fascism, but they approve your job application, become Hasan Piker's handmaid. That's crazy. That's wild. What is this? Why do you platform transphobes and feed them chicken? Why do you platform transphobic gay dudes and feed them Dave's Hot Chicken? When are you going to address the allegations that you platform transphobic gay dudes and feed them Dave's Hot Chicken? What the fuck is this guy talking about? Is this the new meta from the Destiny community? Because I called him out for, are you saying Austin or are you talking about Christian Walker? That's so funny. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Christian Walker, who I didn't even know the fucking full scope of his political opinions, who is similar to neo-Nazi Nicholas Fuentes. Hey, you know what I didn't do, brother? I didn't fucking give Christian Walker's phone number to other goddamn podcasts so he could get so he could get more prominence. I didn't have my wife or my mom in this situation make him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's so funny. That's amazing. I talked to him one time, pushed back on his fucking insane transphobia, and then never talked to him again. Yeah. That's cool though. I like that the retaliation for Destiny openly fucking platforming prominent neo-Nazi and giving him not only a platform, but like access to other platforms is equivalent to Christian Walker, who literally tanked his fucking father's political run, by the way. He's done more against the American conservative movement than anybody in here. That chatter was making a bad joke. I'm just, you know, that's the level of severity of showcasing as a clown. He's a wrecker. No, I gotta go. I gotta go to bed. I'm so tired.